Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. The Montgomery County Council is just days away from formally adopting the FY 2012 operating budget. This week, the council tentatively agreed to cut the budget for Montgomery County Public Schools by $25 million. Susan Kennedy tells us how the council came to its decision. Susan?
Lorna, council members say the cuts are being made with the goal of staying out of the classroom. What they really want is for school employees to share in countywide budget cuts. Under the tentative agreement, the schools would face similar cuts in retirement and health care as those that are being imposed on general government workers. Council President Valerie Irvin says the cuts are necessary to save other vital county programs.
And we still have to worry about the fact that we've cut libraries and parks and public safety and all the other items that you and I pay our taxes to make Montgomery County a safe and fabulous place for us to live and raise our families, and the school system should be part of the team.
And so when we look at the chart that shows how we have cut year after year all these other departments, services that do also benefit many of the students in our school system. And really, when we're investing in education, academic achievement is not only about the investment that we make in the classroom, but it's also about how are we supporting these students and families when they leave that building.
School officials maintain the county cuts will damage their ability to maintain their reputation of being a premier school system.
Frustrated and disappointed.
School Board President Christopher Barkley says the county is ignoring state law by refusing to fund maintenance of effort and is using state funds meant for the schools to balance the budget.
The county executive put through a balanced budget that cut us by $82 million, and they had the opportunity to accept that budget. In that budget, it ensured that we would have to go to the state and get a waiver for the penalty that now we are insured to get. And so while I can appreciate that, what they've done is they've given us a $26 million hit for fiscal year 13 also. So I can appreciate what they say, but I don't agree.
The council also plans to create a countywide trust to set aside money to cover its multi-billion-dollar retiree health liability. It's a policy change that all county agencies will be required to participate in.
Well, the council doesn't negotiate with our employees, and that's the responsibility of the school board, and the school board will do that. The school board has worked very hard with our employees to really have cost containment, and will continue to do that.
The council will formally adopt the budget on May 26th. I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
The council has moved forward with plans to bring Costco to Wheaton. In a 6-3 vote, the council approved the first half of a $4 million subsidy to lure the big box retailer to Wheaton. Council members who voted for the proposal say bringing Costco will stimulate economic development in that part of the county.
Let me just be real clear about this Costco vote, because from my perspective as a council member representing the district where Costco will come, District 5 in Wheaton, I did not support this last year. However, I have come to realize that the county is on the hook for a promise we made. So last council directed the Department of Economic Development to sit down with Costco and Westfield Mall and work out a deal, which they did. We gave them the go-ahead last year to do that. And once the county has made its decision to go ahead, you can no longer then say, oh, you know what, we don't like that decision, so we think we'll take it back and do a do-over. It doesn't work that way. So when you talk about integrity, as a council's president this year, I believe the institution has to maintain its integrity for now and well into the future, because these deals are multi-year deals. So every time we have a new council and someone doesn't like what the last council did, it's too bad. Our reputation is on the line and our integrity is on the line, and I supported this yesterday. I have no regrets.
Also part of budget deliberations, two proposals that relate to property taxes. The executive has recommended raising the property tax by 4.2 cents per $100 of assessed value. That's about 1% increase. The executive's proposal also retains a $692 property tax credit for owner-occupied homes. However, Councilmember Phil Andrews wants to maintain the county's current property tax rate and lowering the tax credit.
I think it's a bad proposal to raise the property tax rate. The council rejected it 3 years ago when the executive proposed raising the property tax rate by 7.5 cents then, and I hope the full council will reject the proposal now, because we've got a better alternative, which is not to raise the property tax rate, but to give a smaller credit. Rather than a $692 credit, give a credit of about $400. And you still have the significant credit, but you don't have the permanent property tax rate increase.
The county's Office of Consumer Protection hosted a public forum with Congressman Chris Van Hollen focused on financial consumer protection for today's economy. A couple hundred county residents attended the meeting and heard from experts on how to protect themselves from fraud, scams, and identity theft. From investment scams to Medicare fraud and foreclosure prevention, a series of financial protection issues that impact consumers in the county.
What we want is a free market system that extracts the absolute best deal for the American consumer.
Speakers at the forum included Professor Elizabeth Warren, assistant to the president on the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, who warned attendees about credit card fees and identity theft. On the other hand, the county's state attorney warned about crimes against the senior population.
Be wary of people who contact you over the internet or by phone. What happens is, I think our senior community, they grew up in a gentler time, and they're a polite generation, and what they need to do is to learn when people are calling them up on the phone is hang up on these people that they don't know, not to answer the emails that are sent to them if they're using the internet, because people are wangling their way into their lives and using their kindnesses and their naivete to take advantage of them.
Another concern from the Office of Consumer Protection is the installation of water heaters and gas appliances.
The latest thing that we're looking at is people who have had water heaters installed, gas dryers installed, and the plumbers may not have had them inspected by WSSC. And we're wondering what that situation is all about. We've actually sued a plumber that charged people for getting permits at WSSC when in fact they didn't get the permits and WSSC did not inspect them. So that's the latest concern in Montgomery County.
The county's Office of Consumer Protection investigates thousands of complaints each year involving new home purchases, home improvements, credit issues, and automotive sales and repairs. For more information on consumer protection issues, visit montgomerycountymd.gov, click on Departments for Consumer Protection. The Department of Recreation celebrated its annual Teen Forum. The County Executive's Youth Advisory Committee spearheaded the event that gathered hundreds of youth. Participants discussed issues of interest and concern for the young population.
If you are engaged, if you continue to make a difference, if you allow your voice to be a part of the discussion, I am confident about the future. Because I see young, bright faces who want to make a positive difference. I see people who are engaged in our community.
When we come back, we will get a police update regarding an unusual robbery at a Subway restaurant. And we're reminded to be street smart and to watch out for bike riders.
I'm Rockville 11's Bridget Breuer. There's something new about Rockville's history. We'll tell you about it when County Report This Week continues.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Rockville is known for its diverse and unique neighborhoods. The city recently produced a new book featuring the historic homes. Rockville 11's Bridget Breuer has more. Bridget?
That's right. Some of the homes that make up Rockville's neighborhoods are over 100 years old. Through a Preserve America grant, the city has just released a historic buildings catalog. We had the chance to check in with historic planner Robin Zeke to learn more. Meet the city's historic preservation planner, Robin Zeke.
Preservation seeks to preserve our history, and it also serves to preserve our past, recognize that we're building and developing, so our future will be our past.
The city recently produced an inventory of historic homes that were built prior to 1945. The catalog gives a comprehensive view of the many architectural styles that can be found in Rockville.
I always think of historic preservation as a book, and in the same way that we wouldn't want to go to a library and see pages or chapters torn out of a book that we want to read, we don't want to see pages and chapters torn out of our history.
We stopped by Reading Avenue with Robin to take a look at some of the historic homes featured in the catalog, a street that is typical of many Rockville neighborhoods.
Well, we're on Reading Avenue, and it is one of the earliest subdivision streets in Rockville. Subdivided in 1884 it sort of started, and there were subsequent subdivisions, but Reading reflects that early platting in the late 19th century.
To learn more, go online to rockvillemd.gov/historic.
Now we go to Officer Howard Hirsch from the police department for an update on a recent robbery at a Subway restaurant in Silver Spring. The suspect actually purchased a sandwich and asked for a job application before taking out a gun. Officer Hirsch?
On Friday, May 13th at approximately 7:30 in the morning, officers from the 3rd District were called to respond to an armed robbery which had just occurred in the 11200 block of New Hampshire Avenue. The investigation revealed that a suspect walked into the Subway store, ordered a sandwich, paid for it, and then produced a handgun and then robbed the clerk of the proceeds in the cash register. The suspect then jumped the counter, demanded more cash from within the store.
Officer, is there a reward on this case?
There is a reward offered through the Crime Solvers. This is a Crime Solvers case. A reward of up to $1,000 leading to the arrest and/or conviction of the suspect, or information leading to the arrest or conviction of the suspect, is available through Crime Solvers.
Thank you, Officer Hirsch, for this update. From Silver Spring to Tacoma Park, where there have been a series of robberies at different gas stations. Here's more from Tacoma Park City TV.
Between October and December of 2010, we've had 10 reported cases of theft from vehicles at gas station self-service pumps within the city of Tacoma Park. This year we've had 6 reported cases. This is not unique to Tacoma Park. Surrounding jurisdictions have been experiencing the same crimes. Since self-service gas stations are used by most people these days, thieves have identified them as great places to commit their thefts. They simply watch and they wait for the moment that they can get to a vehicle quickly, unseen, unnoticed, grab what they want just by opening an unlocked door and take off. There are many drivers who leave their keys in the ignition and their cars unlocked when they get out of the car to pump their gas. It's the best thing to do for a thief because they're waiting, they're watching, and when they see that happen, it's very easy for them to approach the victim's vehicle and to open the car door, take whatever is within sight, and leave. Sometimes a thief will wait until a driver goes into the gas station's cashier office to pay and then go to the car while the driver is not looking, take whatever they want from the car again, or even get in the car and drive off with the car. It only takes seconds for a thief to do this. Here's some safety tips to keep in mind when you're at a gas station. Carefully consider where and when you buy gas. Choose a safe, familiar area during daylight hours whenever possible. Pay attention to your surroundings. Don't let anything distract you, especially your cell phone. Don't leave valuables in plain sight when you exit your vehicle. Even with the doors locked and no keys in the ignition, it's hard for a thief to resist your clearly visible valuables. Never leave your keys in the ignition. Take them out of the vehicle, lock the car doors while you're pumping gas. Or when you're walking into the cashier's office to pay, take your purse and your wallet with you after you've locked the car doors.
Now let's go to Tom Pogue from the county's Department of Transportation. He reminds us to watch out for pedestrians and bike riders. Tom?
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Outreach Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. This spring, with statistics showing more and more area commuters biking to work or school, Street Smart, the regional pedestrian cyclist safety campaign, kicked off a call for greater safety awareness by drivers, by cyclists, and by pedestrians. Authorities are urging bicyclists and pedestrians to take extra precaution this time of year as the warmer weather and longer hours of daylight entice more outdoor activity. As part of the Street Smart campaign, law enforcement agencies from across the region are stepping up their emphasis of traffic safety laws. This focus on pedestrians and bicyclists will continue throughout the spring and summer months to ensure safety and awareness on the road remain priorities for all walkers, riders, and drivers. Jurisdictions like Montgomery County are also investing in pedestrian and bicycle safety improvements like bikeways, pedestrian refuge islands, and new signals. For more information about Street Smart, visit the Council of Governments website at bstreetsmart.net. We're working to keep you moving safely.
Still to come on County Report this week, Montgomery County Public Schools prepare to welcome the new superintendent. And we will take you on a journey all the way to the stars. We will be right back. Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. The Montgomery County Board of Education officially appointed Dr. Joshua P. Starr as the next superintendent of schools for Montgomery County Public Schools and approved his employment contract on May 11th. Here's a story from Montgomery County Public Schools.
Dr. Joshua Starr visited Montgomery County on Wednesday, May 11th, and signed his contract, officially making him the district's next superintendent of schools. Dr. Starr and his wife Emma drove down from Stamford, Connecticut, where he has been the superintendent for the past 6 years. During a brief signing ceremony, Board of Education President Christopher Barclay reiterated that he thought that Dr. Starr was the right choice to succeed Dr. Jerry Wiest, who is retiring after 12 years at the helm of MCPS.
The board has done what I think has been a stellar job in finding the best of the best and finding somebody who can lead the school system and continue the legacy that our outgoing superintendent, Dr. Jerry Wiest, has created.
After signing his contract, Dr. Starr spoke with local media about what attracted him to the job at MCPS.
There's such a great structure and support staff and system in place in Montgomery County that I know I'll be able to come in and help ask some questions and help folks do what educators always want to do, which is get better at their work.
When asked about the budget situation, Dr. Starr said that all school systems are feeling the impact of the economic downturn. However, he added, Montgomery County residents are committed to excellent schools.
The key challenge is going to be really working with folks throughout the community, the staff, the principals, teachers, support staff, the board, to really dig deep and say, what can we do next? How do we want to get even better? And that's a wonderful challenge and opportunity.
Dr. Starr officially begins his tenure as the next MCPS superintendent on July 1st.
Students, staff, and board members will soon get an up-close look at the next superintendent. Dr. Starr will visit Montgomery County before the end of the school year. And with summer just around the corner, Montgomery College offers a new way to take a look at the universe.
Every day, human beings wake up thinking of the journey they will take that day. Between work, bills, and home, they spend their entire day and almost never take time to look at the sky. The universe is not limited to what we see every day. We need to expand the scope of our imagination and begin a new journey, perhaps this time starting with our solar system. Did you know that there are more than 2,000 stars and 5 planets that you can see with your naked eye if you only took the time to look up? Did you know that the objects that we see today in the night sky happened 2.5 million light years ago, back when there were still woolly mammoths roaming the earth? With brand new science buildings and brand new telescopes, Montgomery College has recently started an astronomy club where you can learn more about the wonders of the cosmos.
Right now we have 2 telescopes on the roof of Macklin Tower. We have a 16-inch and a 10-inch. The new observatory will have 2 14-inch telescopes inside of a structure, and then there are 3 piers outside of the structure to hold 8-inch telescopes. So we'll have a whole assortment of telescopes to look with.
With cool activities and weekly meetings, the Montgomery College Astronomy Club is certainly something you might want to check out this summer.
It's a fantastic opportunity for people to come out. I didn't expect this many people to show up, and having this many people is Pretty great turnout, I guess.
Not exclusively for students, the Astronomy Club is open to people of all ages.
I saw Saturn in the telescope. Wow. I saw Saturn too.
If you want to learn more about it, go to their Facebook page or look up Astronomy Club on the Montgomery College website.
It's a black and white male cat. He is our pet of the week, and here's Kathy Stanhope from the Humane Society.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at Montgomery County Humane Society, and I am sitting here with Otis, a very handsome boy. He's got long hair, and as you can see, he's just a beautiful black and white coloring. He's about 1.5 years old, and he is just a sweet guy. He just likes to sit on laps. He'll roll over and get his belly rubbed, and he loves to play with toys and to play catch and fetch, and he likes to chase little feathery things all around. And as you can see, he really loves getting his ears rubbed. Otis is a great guy. We are being inundated here at the Montgomery County Humane Society with kittens. So if you want to think about fostering a litter of kittens for us, we would absolutely love it. Give us a call at 240-773-5967 and just tell us that you'd like to foster a litter of kittens for us. We will take care of expenses. We will help you in any way. And it's a really good way, if you've never had a pet, to get used to having an animal in the house and not making a long-term commitment. So come down and meet Otis at the Humane Society, or visit us up at the web at mchumane.org, or give us a call at 240-773-5967.
Coming up, be ready to meet the Gazette's 25 CEOs you need to know. And we will bring you our profiles of public life featuring a known television personality. Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Each year, the Gazette newspaper recognizes and honors the CEOs in our community. This year's event was held at the Ballroom Hotel in Bethesda. Their passion, hard work, and dedication in this troubled economy has helped them become one of the 25 CEOs you need to know.
Ask any business owner what one of the most essential aspects of running a business is, and they'll tell you networking. And here in our community are 25 CEOs you need to know, an event hosted annually by the Gazette of Politics and Business. This year's award winners were chosen from companies of all sizes from around the state of Maryland, with 5 different counties being represented by the winning companies.
It's nice. It's nice to be recognized for things that we've done. We've been in business here for 50 years almost, and it's just nice to be recognized for a good long track record of success.
We're a program management firm where we manage new construction and renovation projects for primarily the federal government.
County Executive Ike Leckett was at the event to show support and congratulate the nominees.
I want to congratulate all of the awardees, thank Comcast and all the other sponsors for recognizing CEOs who are doing the very difficult work under some of the most challenging times. Congratulations to you all.
What it means to be selected as the top 25 CEOs, it really means that the team at Jess is doing a phenomenal job. One person does not make up an organization.
It's not me who's done the work, it's the community that supported us and supported the higher education that we're bringing into the county.
As someone who's relatively new to the community, to be recognized by an entity such as the Gazette that does wonderful things for us, I'm just delighted. I'm honored to be in the midst of such wonderful people.
For more information about the 25 CEOs you need to know, visit the Gazette website at gazette.net.
Well, it is always nice to give or receive roses, especially if you grow them yourselves. Our friends at Brookside Gardens show us how to successfully prune back your rose bushes.
Hi, I'm Phil Normandy from Brookside Gardens. We're here in a typical small homeowner backyard where there are many lessons to be learned. One of the questions that has often baffled homeowners is, how do I care for roses? And specifically, how do I properly prune my roses? The goal in pruning roses is to cut them down so that the strong canes at the base that you're leaving will sprout vigorous new growth. because with roses, all the flowers occur on current year's growth. Essentially, you want to go in and cut these to about 12 to 18 inches to a strong outward-facing bud. This is going to grow a great new cane, and that's really all there is to it. I probably removed about 30% of the plant. I've kept it low so it won't be tall and spindly as the season progresses. And I have a lot of great strong new shoots that are going to grow very robust canes with multiple flowers on them. You can see the difference between this prune plant and its identical twin that hasn't been pruned.
And remember, for more gardening tips, you can always visit brooksidegardens.org. Montgomery College presents Profiles of Public Life, a new lecture series on lessons in life and current events.
We started this year having a series called Profiles in Public Life, and Don Morse is our fourth speaker in this series.
My mission here is to help organizations meet the challenges of this wonderful mosaic that we have in Montgomery County of 171, 200 countries all together, the best and the brightest who have all chosen Montgomery County to come here, and how do we all get along? My hope is that people can learn from how this Montgomery County kid, as I am, was able to take the great blessings from our county, from our education and from our economic status, and go to work in the service of others, both here and abroad.
This is a program oriented towards students with the notion that people are interesting. People are the most interesting thing there is. We can talk about information, trends, statistics, but nothing is more interesting than a person who has lived a life, learned certain lessons from that life, and able to share those lessons with students. These are also people who have been active in the community, so they are role models to students for the benefits of civic engagement.
And that does it for County Report this week. Join us at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for watching.
Montgomery College President Dr. Darian Pollard has been named one of the top 25 CEOs you need to know by the Gazette of Politics and Business. Dr. Pollard was honored for her leadership role at Montgomery College and for her community involvement. MC can prepare you for the Maryland State Board of Cosmetology exam. The course provides students who have completed their 1,500 hours with an intense overview of the theory and the expectations of the practical exam. MC summer sessions are a great way to get one step closer to your degree, and many credits will transfer to other schools. Course listings and registration are available online or at any of our 3 campuses. Summer Session 1 begins May 31st. For more information about the endless possibilities at your community college, visit our website.